after you went into the lobby of the theater, where'd you go after that?
I was headed towards the main lobby doors, exiting the theater, but as I was running out the theater, I just thought that maybe there was someone outside waiting, because the only thing that was going through my mind was like, this can't be happening by just one person by themselves. So plus being in the service, I'm thinking like, well, ain't nobody supposed to make it up out of here. So I'm thinking like maybe there was someone outside waiting for anybody else lucky to make it out. And I directed myself to the right. There was a little arcade room, and I jumped like by the side of two arcade games for a couple seconds.
Were you still able to hear any gunfire at that point in time when you were in
Yes.
the arcade?
Yes, a lot.
Now, during the time that you were in the theater, were you able to discern whether or not you thought you heard different weapons being used?
Yes.
What different weapons do you think you were able to discern?
Like 12 gauge, and
Your Honor. It's cumulative.
Relevance and Steve McGuire.
Your Honor, Mr. Williams testified that he was in the service. I can ask him some more foundational questions about his experience with weapons in the service.
That's okay. The objection is as to relevance and cumulative. So it's a Rule 401 and 402 objection in terms of relevance, and a Rule 403 objection in terms of cumulative. The objections are overruled. It is relevant based on what he's indicating he remembers happening, and the probative value of the evidence is not substantially outweighed by any of the concerns in Rule 403, including the unnecessary presentation of evidence that is cumulative. You may proceed.
All right, Mr. Williams, you can continue with what weapons you think you were able to discern that you heard throughout the theater.
semi-automatic, shotguns, like loud bursts or rapid bursts or single shots.
And you were able to discern all of those different types
Yes.
of gunshots while you were in the theater?
Yes,
And what about when you were in the arcade? What sort of shots were you hearing?
the same.
What happened while you were hiding between these arcade games?
I'm sitting there thinking, and I started thinking back to when you watch movies, horror movies, and someone always gets caught up under the...
Your Honor, 403.
Sustained.
All right, so what do you do after you're in between these arcade games? What do you do next?
I finally come to a decision, like I don't want to go out, buy some arcade games. I might as well give them, if it's my time to go, I'm going to give it all I got. So I just ran out the theater through the front doors. Finally, after sitting there thinking for a couple seconds.